Happy Hump Day, brothers and sisters. I want to give you some midweek encouragement today, and yet I'm finding that increasingly difficult because we're just getting inured to encouragement. We're discouraged. We're not encouraged. So how can I get through to you somehow? Well, I've got a way, maybe. And that way is a little bit surprising. It's looking at some of the causes of our discouragement as a people, as Americans, as world citizens. This is a pandemic. And we're getting discouraged in part because we're not sleeping well. And this social isolation is contributing to that. So how can we sleep well? One of the keys to sleeping well is to be in a perfectly pitch black, dark room. But that's easier said than done. How do you get a perfectly pitch black, dark room? Well, you got to start and then phase in. You start by just turning out all the overhead lights in your bedroom and in the house. You're going to get it darker. And then you're going to turn out the bedside table light when you're ready to go to sleep. But that's not pitch black. It's not even close. You haven't even turned off the TV yet. You got to turn off the TV for sure if you've got one of those in your bedroom. You definitely need to turn off your computer, turn off your smartphone. Don't take those things to bed with you because they're all emitting blue light, which is the worst. So you got to get that out of there. You probably got to take your clock radio and turn it over on its face because that face is emitting a lot of light, surprisingly, and when it's really dark in the middle of the night. And then you probably got to turn off your night light because that night light's going to keep you awake. Well, no, I'm not going to turn off the light. I got to wake up in the middle of the night. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. I got to figure out a way to get there. Well, no, if you keep that night light on when you wake up in the middle of the night between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. when melatonin production is at its height from the pineal gland, you're going to mess that up and you're not going to sleep as long and as well. So you turn off the night light and then you got it lit, right? No, you don't. You've still got the neighbor's floodlight penetrating the window shades and you got to jury rig those somehow to try to keep that light out. And then you realize that the room right next to yours has a skylight and the full moon is shining under the doorway into your room. Oh, you're about to give up, and so you just put on your eye mask. And yet still light is seeping in around the corners and edges of the eye mask. And you could get really discouraged at that point. Now, I really don't know anything much about sleep science. And that's not what I want to talk to you about. I'm not talking to you of dispensing general psychological advice about get a good night's sleep or physiological advice about that. I don't know anything about that. What I want to talk to you about is in this question. If it is so incredibly hard to get your room completely dark because even little lights can mess it up, why is it that we don't think we're doing anybody any good in this time of social isolation? We feel useless and despairing. If the times are really dark, even just a little light will do. And Jesus said, "You are the light of the world." A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. That light will shine. You're shining in your neighborhood. You may not think you're doing very well. I don't think I'm doing very well. But every little bit, if we're followers of Jesus, we are the light of the world, and that light will penetrate the darkness. We appear in this world as lights in a world. So I tell you, you are the light of the world. Be encouraged and shine. The Lord be with you all. Amen.